Wuthering Waves with the 2.2 update proved again that they are still able to surprise the players. Even after experiencing the 2.0 update, they still managed to somehow go beyond and deliver an experience that was even better than anything we have seen before. And since I have so much to say about this update, I thought to myself, why not make this into a video? This video is also sponsored by Kuro Games, so I do appreciate the opportunity, guys. And they pretty much let me do whatever I want, so I'm so thankful, really. In this video, I want to talk about the main story, Cantarella's companion quest, the new characters, but also the update overall, and what I liked and what I disliked. The best indicator of how good a game really is, or how good a story really is how the community or the players react. Social media was going insane when the update dropped and people have finished the story. They had like this urge to share their experience, how excited the story made them. And I think this is one of the best indicators on how good the story really was. I think no other story in this game made the players feel this way. During the story, there was so many moments and little details that they put in that just proved how much passion and love they have for this game. These little scenes where Cartier was blushing, the scene where Cartier was holding her finger up like a nerd. There's just so much love and little details these devs put into the game. And I think a lot of players are underestimating how much these little things actually make up to the experience overall. And how they even manage to put some humor in these dark stories sometimes. But it's also a roller coaster of other emotions. I mean, how epic was this scene? And to finish this off with an epic boss fight at the end, which was emotional with freaking insane good music. I think the music overall in this update was another step forward. During this quest, there were so many scenes and situations that are still lingering in my mind. The boss fight was also really cool. I mean, the triple rover thing they did was such a cool idea. Fleur-de-Lis herself was such a badass character. I really like her and I hope she's gonna be playable. But also, Cantarella, of course, what a freaking MVP of the story if you think about it. But also, Rover had somewhat of the best voice lines and most badass scenes in this story. This update made you feel like you are the main character once again, and that is a really good thing. I have to say though, there was a lot of lore drop that confused me, and that could also be because I'm German and I don't speak English too well, but I felt like this story was a bit confusing at some parts. But then when I figured it out, I felt like, wow, what an interesting concept. And without a doubt, in my opinion, this was the best main quest that we got in the game so far. The story was emotional, epic, and also had some plot twists. Very charming characters, especially Cantarella. A lot of cutscenes that delivered on every end. And I definitely think a lot of other people think that way too. It just really makes me wonder, can they ever top this quest? What will the next main quest look like if they already deliver something like this? It just makes me super excited of the future of Wuthering Waves. About the new zones, I really like them. A Vinoleum looks fantastic. I cannot count how many screenshots I took in this zone. I also thought the gravity system is interesting, but honestly was also a bit confusing for me. But I felt like the scenery and the visuals from this new zone was simply just fantastic. I also want to share my thoughts about the Cantarella companion quest a bit. I like the vibe, I like the music. The domain was also fantastic looking. Such a dark story. How she like grew up with her sisters and everybody has to poison each other is freaking insane. And I really hope we're gonna get more dark stories like this. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like if there's one game who can lean into the more adult, more grown-up, dark stuff, it should be Wuthering Waves. And with at least one companion quest now, or maybe camellias as well, we at least have some dark themes here. But one big issue I had was that there was a lot of reading. There was a lot of important lore that was within letters. And I just felt like that a lot of this important lore that was in the letters should have maybe told in a different way than just being a text. Like these amazing art pictures they show sometimes, I think these would have been perfect to add as a great addition to the letter, or maybe voice acted by Rover or something like that. I think this is not too much to ask for, is it? But in general, the lore in this companion quest was so incredibly well written. I was really hooked. And you definitely found out a lot about Cantarella in this quest. I think a lot of people actually started liking her even more. Overall, I really did enjoy this quest. Let's talk about events. And since we talk about events, we also need to talk about this one event. That one event that a lot of players want as a permanent endgame mode now. A lot of people even saying remove Whimpering Wasters and give us Virtual Crisis as a permanent event. I can 100% agree, this mode the developers have cooked. It was so much fun. It had some depth. It was interesting with mechanics. You had to figure out how it works. It's not like Whimpering Wasters where you just press your buttons as fast as possible and you hope for good RNG and good grouping. I think the biggest reason why people like it is that there is no time limit. A lot of people love that. But yeah, this game mode is really good. It's really fun too, because you have these debuffs and you can make your difficulty yourself. You choose how difficult you like the game mode to be. And if you are somebody who is a mad lad and you just put every debuff on, you even get rewarded with a total stress level title, right? One thing going on in the community right now, people to compare their stress levels with. Some people like to flex with this. And I think that's a really good indicator in the community. It gives somewhat of a motivation to play the game more, maybe to build your characters better, that you can actually get this title to the max level. And yeah, gameplay-wise, I definitely felt like this was one of the best combat experience that I had in the game. It also has a lot of future potential. If they just add more buffs or debuffs, make the mode even more difficult, add more stages and different bosses to it, I think we could look at one of the best game modes that Wuthering Waves ever had. So please, Guru Games, make this a permanent thing. Also gonna talk a bit about Aero Rover. How cool is it that we already have 3 elements with our main character. She can heal, she can do decent damage. Rover, her playstyle also feels really good. And you have certain combos that you can do. Sadly, we cannot really utilize a lot of her abilities or her core abilities pretty much with Aero Erosion yet, because we have to probably wait for the future characters that make Aero Rover pretty much better. Since we don't really have a lot of Spectro Frazzle appliers, the only one that we have is Phoebe right now, so we definitely are lacking some characters in that department. But let's see what the upcoming characters are gonna be. Maybe Zani, maybe Chacona is gonna have something about negative statuses that helps Aero Rover out. I definitely think though that Aero Rover has a lot of potential with future characters and synergizing with other characters, but we have to wait and see for sure. And how crazy is it that we got a free 5-star weapon for her? I'm still shocked by this, that they did this. This weapon actually is really freaking good for this character. But yeah, it was so cool that they gave us this weapon for free. They always keep surprising us with more rewards and better stuff. Yeah, I'm still thankful for that. But of course also Cantarella came out in this update. I'm actually quite happy with her. While she is maybe not the most broken character, she definitely is a great addition to my account. I really love her playstyle. She's also quite fun. I also love how they just make every character feel so unique playstyle wise. It took me a while to get used to her, but now I'm kind of rolling with her. I really like it that she's also a mix of a healer and a sub DPS. She can fit in so many different teams. We definitely are still also lacking one character for her that completely utilizes her, because yeah, she buffs havoc damage and resonance skill damage with her outro, and we don't have a character that pretty much can utilize her that well, of course. But she also works with resonance skill based characters like Yinshi, Carlotta, and so many other characters. She's really freaking good, but maybe not the most broken character in the game. I guess the last thing that is kind of relevant is probably Fantasies of Thousand Gateways. I still think this is the worst version of Elusive Realm. I really want Elusive Realm back. I really miss Elusive Realm. It's just so much more fun, because every character feels like it's a different character. They just have different abilities and stuff. So do we really need 2 modes of somewhat of the same thing? I wonder what they're actually gonna do with this. So far, Thousand of Gateways, it's a decent thing. I just feel like, yeah, Elusive Realm is better. And yeah, that pretty much covers 2.2. I think this update was amazing. It is a clear indicator that the developers are still improving the game. It doesn't matter that 2.0 already was amazing and somewhat redefining of the genre. People were so surprised that story and cutscenes and voice acting can be pulled off like that. These devs can do it. And the future for this game looks quite bright, let's be real. Zani is coming out in 2.3. A lot of people are going insane about her, let's be real. She might be the most hyped support character since launch. But also Chacona is coming out, the bard, and I'm very excited for her as well because she is very cute. She's very fun and uplifting. I really need this character in my team, and I hope that she's gonna be a support character, but I guess we will find out soon. That pretty much is the video, guys. I just wanted to share my thoughts about this. That was a really long yapping session, but I still hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what you guys think about the 2.2 update. Did you like the story? Let me know in the comments section. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I see you in the next one. Bye-bye.